So let's continue with the next topic. Okay, so 10.6, health issue related to the human circulatory system. 10.6.1, justify the necessity for a healthy circulatory system. And 10.6.2 is communicate about cardiovascular diseases. So let's proceed to the topic. Okay, health issue related to the human circulatory system. The necessity for a healthy circulatory system. A healthy circulatory system is important to ensure optimum health. How to ensure that our circulatory system is healthy? Among the practices for maintaining the circulatory system are a balanced intake of food that is low in fat and regular exercise. The practice of not smoking and not drinking alcoholic drink also ensures a healthy circulatory system. So these are the four ways lah for us to take care our circulatory system to make sure it healthy. So we have to take a balanced intake of food that is low in fat. Okay, number one. Number two, regular exercise. Okay, number three, not smoking. And number four, not drinking alcoholic drink. Okay, so these are the four ways lah to take care our circulatory system. Okay, so do you know that cardiovascular diseases are the leading cause of death in our country? Okay, cardiovascular diseases. So actually, a lot of people in our country die because of the cardiovascular disease. So what is cardiovascular disease? Cardiovascular disease include disease related to the heart and the blood circulatory system, such as atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, quite same, right? But actually different. Okay, angina, hypertension, myocardial infarction, and stroke. So these are the disease related to the circulatory system, or known as cardiovascular disease. So whenever you hear the word cardio, that is actually related to the heart, okay, and the blood circulatory system, cardiovascular disease. So what are the cardiovascular disease? So we read first, later I will explain to you one by one by using diagram. So cardiovascular diseases, first we have atherosclerosis, is the formation and deposition of plaque on the artery walls. So this one occur in the artery. The plaque is formed from cholesterol, lipid, dead muscle tissues, and coagulated platelets. The plaque will clog and narrow the lumens in blood vessels. So later I will show you one by one. Okay, the diagram. So we just read first. Second one, we have the restricted blood flow can cause hypertension. Hypertension causes fine arteries to break, and the patient can suffer from stroke if this happens in the brain. Stroke is also caused by blood clots that clog the flow of blood in the brain. So we have 1, atherosclerosis, 2, hypertension, 3, stroke. Okay, number 4, we have atherosclerosis is the early stage of arteriosclerosis. Okay, arteriosclerosis occurs when calcium is deposited on the plaque and cause the artery to become hard and lose its elasticity. Okay, this one also occur in the artery. Okay, artery. So this one number 4, right? And number 5, we have this. If the lumen of the coronary artery, just remember coronary artery for the heart. This one not involved in carry blood out from the heart or into the heart. Just in the heart only. In the heart cell, for the heart cell only, is narrow. The insufficient oxygen supply to the heart muscle can cause angina, severe chest pain. Okay, so if the artery is completely clogged, myocardial infarction or heart attack will occur. So you can see here, this one actually start with the artery. You can see the blood clot because of the plaque formation, right? So the plaque formation at the artery, so the blood will clot. Okay, the blood cannot flow. So this one actually in the coronary artery lah. Okay, coronary artery here. Okay, so this when this happen, the heart will not get enough oxygen. So the cardiac muscle tissue will die lah because not enough oxygen. This one is only occur in the Okay, in the heart itself, in the coronary artery. Okay, this one, but I will show you the diagram for each diseases so that you can understand more lah. Okay, what happened. Okay, so we go to this first one. The first one is this is actually artero. So make sure spelling it correct. Sclerosis. Artero. Oh, no artero. No. Ini arteriosclerosis. So make sure spelling also must be correct. Artero. Okay, arteriosclerosis. So occur in the artery. The formation of what? Formation and deposition of plaque. Okay, plaque on the artery walls. So this is normal artery, nothing at in the wall of the artery, right? So but this one, you see, the plaque form here and also deposit in the wall of the artery. So what happened? It will narrow the artery. So this plaque actually made up from the cholesterol. So if we eat too much cholesterol food, okay, cholesterol, lipid, and then dead muscle tissues, and also coagulated platelets. So actually what happened, it will narrow the artery. So this disease actually related to formation and deposition of plaque that will narrow the artery. So arteriosclerosis. Okay, formation of plaque and deposition of plaque on the artery walls that will narrow the artery. So this is the first disease. Okay, so when the blood the artery become narrow, so the blood cannot flow easier lah. Okay, because of the narrow blood vessel or narrow artery lah in this case. So next, move on to the next. Okay, this one is known as hypertension. So leading. So actually, usually these diseases are related to each other lah. So when the blood artery is clogged or become narrow, so what happen? It can lead to hypertension because the restricted, okay, blood flow, right, can lead or can cause hypertension. Okay, so this one what happened? This is normal. So normal blood vessel, normal artery. So the blood can flow very easier lah. Okay, compared to this pre-hypertension, maybe a bit plaque already here because of arteriosclerosis. Then here the artery become narrower. So it's not easy for blood to flow. So you must remember, whenever the volume here becomes smaller, right? So the pressure will become higher. So this is in this situation or in this condition, the pressure is higher. So that's why this can cause to the hypertension. Okay, the restricted blood flow can cause hypertension. The blood will flow in under high pressure. Okay, if this occur, actually can cause these arteries to break. And the patient can then suffer from stroke. So it's actually related. From arteriosclerosis, then can cause hypertension, then from hypertension can cause stroke. Okay, if this happen in the brain, if this actually artery in the brain, injury in the brain, so if this occur, it can lead to stroke. Okay, so this is the hypertension. Okay, so what happened after that? We see what is stroke actually. Stroke is also caused by blood clots. This one, blood clots. Okay, blood clots or thrombus. Blood clot also known as thrombus. Thrombus, remember thrombus? Okay, that clot the flow of blood in the brain. So this one, actually the artery to the brain, so clot here. So actually it will restrict the blood flow in the brain. So blood cannot flow lah because of the plaque here, because of the thrombus here, blood clots. Okay, blood clots, blood clots here. So it will restrict the blood flow. So the blood cannot flow to the brain. So now the brain will suffer the stroke. Okay, stroke. So stroke usually can cause paralyze. Okay, paralyze. Paralyze. Okay, for certain person they paralyze maybe half of the body, maybe the whole body, like that. Okay, so this is actually because of the blood clot that occur in the this one not a cerebral artery, is the artery that carry blood to the brain lah. So can when the blood clot occur in this cerebral artery, it will block the blood flow, so the blood cannot enter or cannot go to the brain. So the brain will not get enough oxygen, so it can cause stroke. Then this also can cause a person to become paralyzed. Because actually it's related to each other lah, the disease. Okay, then next, this one we have the artery, arteriosclerosis. Okay, sclerosis, not same with another one. The first one we have the atherosclerosis. Okay, actually, but this disease actually start from this. Start from atherosclerosis. Because it's occur in the artery. So atherosclerosis actually the early stage of arteriosclerosis. So before this arteriosclerosis occur, so atherosclerosis will occur first. What is the formation of plaque, right? Formation and deposition of plaque. Okay, this is what happened first lah. Start with atherosclerosis first. Then atherosclerosis, so you have to differentiate atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis. So arteriosclerosis, okay, occurs when they say this already plaque here, so we add calcium here. Calcium deposited in the plaque. Okay, on the plaque and cause the artery to become hard and lose its elasticity. So this now artery become hard and lose elasticity. Means it cannot expand and cannot contract. Cannot expand when to carry the blood. So the blood, that's why the blood cannot flow easily in the artery, because now the artery cannot expand, lose elasticity. Okay, cannot bend, cannot expand, and so on. So this is the difference between the arteriosclerosis and atherosclerosis. Okay, atherosclerosis is the formation and deposition of plaque. Just formation of plaque only. But for the arteriosclerosis, the artery become hard and lose elasticity because of the deposition of calcium on the plaque. So this arteriosclerosis actually start from atherosclerosis. Okay, so this is the connection between atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis. So it's actually actually quite difficult lah to differentiate, right, the pronunciation, but the spelling you must know. So you must remember lah, okay, what is the difference between atherosclerosis and arteriosclerosis. Okay. Okay, next, move on to the next. We have this angina. Angina. So what is angina? So if the lumen, okay, let's say we have this. This is actually a coronary artery. Okay, because at the heart here. Okay, coronary. If the lumen, okay, the lumen of the coronary artery, okay, artery for the heart is narrow. The insufficient oxygen supply to the heart, okay, muscle, okay, can cause, guess what? Can cause this one, angina. So usually angina, you will feel pain. Okay, is chest pain. Okay, that occur in the heart muscle that does not receive enough blood oxygen. So usually when a person suffer from this angina, he always feel pain, chest pain. Okay. So this is because of the coronary artery is narrow. The lumen of coronary artery is narrow. So the insufficient oxygen supply to the heart muscle will cause this angina. Okay, this one is specifically in the coronary artery. Okay, and then the last one, okay, we have myocardial infarction, or also known as heart attack. Heart attack. So if the artery is completely clogged, okay, heart attack will occur. So this one actually also coronary artery. So if actually completely clogged means the blood cannot flow anymore inside this coronary artery. So the person will get myocardial infarction or heart attack, and this can cause death to the person. Okay, so these are the disease related to the human circulatory system, or also known as cardiovascular diseases. Okay, so how to overcome this problem, how to overcome this disease. You have to, what happened? I already told you before this. We have four ways that we can do. We can not drinking alcohol, okay, not smoking. So balanced intake of food that is low in fat, and regular exercise. So this is how we can prevent ourselves from these diseases. Okay.